Yes. We called this shot Tetsuo Energy. This shot.
Yes.
Yeah. Here's the original, obviously from the amazing anime, and
Mm-hmm.
here's our interpretation down here in red again, as we like to do in all our shots. Turn everything to red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just the way it connected. But yeah, this was a shot that took a couple months, a good solid amount of time, I think, to make this one. But
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, it's pretty early shot we did.
Yeah, this was a shot I think we knew we wanted to use the entire time. I think we knew that we wanted to use this shot from the very beginning. If I look back at some of the building of it and see from all the process, um, this is like a screenshot earlier on in the modeling
Mm-hmm.
phase, or actually this is kind of later on, but this is the some of the fusion stuff that was being modeled out. Here's another look at it as some of the little bits and pieces started to come together. Some of this I definitely didn't need to model it inside of Fusion. I was just there, and I was like, oh, I'll just make it all here, and
Mm-hmm.
and then I think I worked from left to right, and I just started building things and then moving them into place. These kind of weird, interesting shapes are kind of fun to build inside of Fusion, or these kind of Boolean cuts out of basic geometry are kind of perfect for using Fusion for. Then brought everything into Cinema via
Mm-hmm.
exporting the file from Fusion to Moments of Inspiration and into Cinema 4D. But as you can tell, it's a really bad process. It doesn't. The topology is horrible. Honestly, it's not good. It's
Uh-huh.
not clean geometry. Modelers are yelling at the screen right now. Sorry, guys. But we don't care. It doesn't matter to us because we're just doing whatever. And then I passed it off to you where you did the cables and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you're the cable master. So you did
It's hard.
it is hard. Yeah, this is before I started getting into cables. I was like, ugh. I was like, if I finish the model, can you just put the cables in there? You're like, yeah, sure. I was like, thank you. So, yeah, so you were the master cable guy, and then I took on some of the cable stuff later on. But yeah, Otomo's art has just a ton of cables, and they all have to be attended for. So yeah, and here we were constantly looking at the references, trying to make it as close as possible to what we see in the drawing. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we did our best. We got somewhat pretty close. Here's an earlier render of it, and then trying to start some red stuff, seeing how that looks. And then this was a test render, getting pretty close to the final. And then, yeah, it started to go into like, I think it was like that one, and then got more red and more contrasty. We were going to try and do this effect, but I think we ran out of time and interest to take it to that level, honestly. So here's the file as you can see it. Yeah, I think we darken it down a little bit inside of post for the final, but there is so much detail in this shot, detail that just will never see the light of day ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's all in here. There's just a ton of it. And the texturing, how did you do the same kind of process from the last one? Did you find a texture that you liked and brought it over to this one?
Uh, I I remake all the textures, but the method is the same method, the
Yeah,
layer by layer method.
yeah,
But I love the dirt node of Octarender. It's quite powerful, and also I use the noise to drive that dirt so that it can create kind of imperfection on the edge.
yeah. It looks so good. Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, man. Again, I think this is just another really great collaborative shot where it's both of us working together, combining different skill sets and then complementing to the shot and making the shot yeah, final and done. So yeah, very yeah, and there's a shallow depth on this camera too, so there's some nice fall
Hmm.
off as well. So it just feels like it's more cinematic and stuff too. So hopefully, if I mean, I'm sure Otomo would do his own thing, but if Otomo were to translate this stuff into 3D, hopefully we're doing it as close as as we can.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's within within range of how he would conceive it, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
it's very difficult though. It's very difficult. Everything is such a challenge. Every piece was such a challenge to make, to model and conceive. But yeah, it's this is another. I love this shot. I think this is a really special one, and I think this was another one of those shots that really inspired us earlier on in the process of making this,
Mm-hmm.
to see the potential in the project. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, looking at it now, I think we made it too dark. When I look back at it, I'm like, man, it was quite dark. But I think the
Okay.
lights really look good. Maybe we can lift it a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Yeah.
not. I don't know. I think it doesn't read well when it's in here. But yeah, like look how light it is. I don't know if it needs to be that light, but I can't remember if this is the render of this is what we had originally, huh? I'll have
Yeah.
to look, and I guess we made it really dark.
Yeah, we could look into the After Effects files to
Yeah, see what happened there.
Yeah, yeah.
See what I like little yeah.
That's interesting. While we are doing behind the scenes and we are adjusting the final product.
Yeah, whatever.
That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that big of a difference, so.
Okay.
Yeah. That's weird. I think maybe the renders just turned out really dark. I don't know. Maybe when we're not doing behind the scenes, we could play with this and lift it out. So there you guys go. You know, that's again a testament. Is like the one thing I always know is like, you know, art is never done. It's just due, really. So I know that Mike and I could probably sit and play with this shot for days, you know, to get it amazing even further. But I think I think it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Probably just need to lift it a little bit, which is just a simple adjustment in levels or curves adjustment. So, which isn't too hard to do. So, but yeah, this is another good shot. I'm really happy with this one.
Yeah.
Same process, guys. Fusion 360 and texturing and modeling extra stuff inside of Cinema, and rendering in Octane, bringing into Cinema 4D to do, in After Effects to do post work, and it all comes together. So cool. Anything else on this one?
We are done.
We are done. Yes. Okay. On to the next one, guys.
Yeah. See you guys in the next one.
Yes.